Okay, we're back here in processing, and let's see again where we're at with our sketch so far. Alright, and we're able to draw these patterns with the fading circles. Okay, I'm going to close that. So I'm going to go ahead and add another function, and this time it's going to be outside the draw block. Okay, I don't want, so everything in setup is drawn or is executed once. Okay, everything within draw is executed repeatedly over and over again as it just continually loops. So outside of that, I would like to set up a function that only happens at a time when I want it to, not continually as if, like it would if it's in the draw loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a mouse pressed function. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And again, we type in void and then mouse pressed. Okay, open parentheses, close parentheses, and open curly braces and close curly braces. Okay. Now, what I want to do is whenever the mouse is pressed, I want the background to flash a different color, and then it's going to be drawn over again by our black, keeping our fade, having everything fade to black, then a burst to color, fade to black, burst to color. Okay, so that's the plan. So what we want to do again is call background, okay? And this is pretty cool. In background, you can we're going to access the RG and B. Okay, so we're going to access 3 arguments, or set 3 arguments in here, accessing the red, the green, and the blue pixel color. However, I don't want to define an exact red or an exact blue. I want it to randomly choose a color every time I hit the mouse, or click the mouse, so that we get a burst of a random color. And how we do that is just like if we were to put 255, 255, and 255 in here in the RGB color model. Of course, this would be white. Let's go ahead and run that and see. Nah, I don't want to do it yet, actually. All these combined are going to be white. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to randomize these. And so if you just type the word, you have to spell it right, random in here, and put that 255 or any value that you have in here within the range of 0 and 255, if you put that within parentheses in front of behind random like this, what it's going to do is give you a random value between 0 and 255. Okay, and I want to do that for the red. I want to do that for the green as well. So give me a random value somewhere between 0 and 255. Notice I'm still separating these by commas. Okay, and I'm going to do that one more time. Random, okay, 255, 255. Okay, if I was to hit play right now, this wouldn't actually run for an important reason. Let's try it. It's not running. We're missing parentheses. Okay, so what we have here is we have our 3 values of red, green, and blue all within our parentheses. However, since these have to be in parentheses, right, this one here is actually closing this one here. Okay, so if I go ahead and highlight that, see how it did that? So what you want is you need this one. And notice when we highlight that, nothing shows up. We haven't closed this yet. So we want to close that. Okay, now let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. Okay, same deal. We're drawing on the screen. Now when I hit the mouse and I click the mouse, supposedly it's going to change to a different color and fade away. There we go. There we go. Okay? Okay, easy enough. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that now. Now, what I would do now is I would actually just go ahead and play around quite a bit with moving around your backgrounds, moving around whether or not you're filling them. Let's go ahead and just let's take away our fades for a minute and just see what happens. I'm going to comment that out, see how I got my double slashes there, and we'll run this again. Now we're not going to be fading out to black every time, so what's going to happen? We're going to start to draw, and I click, and it's green, and I click, and it's olive green. It's orangish yellow, okay? Yeah, okay. So just think about why that's happening. We're no longer drawing that other square on top of this. I'm going to go ahead and undo that because I want to keeping that fade on there. And, go ahead and just try slashing out something else. What if we slash out both backgrounds and we hit play? What's going to happen? What color do you think we're going to get? We're going to get back to that default color, and then it fades. Why does it fade? Because we're drawing that rectangle on there again that's black, okay? So just think about why this is happening. I think this is a good sketch to just move things around so you can kind of get the idea of what's going on here. So we have a few different things happening here. We have a setup block that's only being drawn once. Okay, we have a draw block that's being drawn continuously, frame by frame by frame. Okay, and then we also have this function that's happening outside the draw block, and it only happens whenever we press the mouse. Okay, so that is happening. This is an interactive bit of code that happens when we want it to happen. This one happens continuously, although it is also interactive because it follows around our cursor. And then this one happens once. This is a pretty important concept to grasp right here, these three different types of blocks of code that we have here. So I would spend some time just kind of processing this processing code and yeah, see where that takes you, because all of the larger, more complicated sketches that you are going to be encountering are going to be based on this model right here. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is actually add a few more fun bits of code or just things that might be useful for you, but we'll do that in the next video.